I hate to be always right. And it's not about me being always right. I wish that I was wrong. But I use this thing called logic. I use this thing called logical thinking, looking at where the things are and then applying logic, common sense and logic. That's what I do. I like to apply common sense and logic. And that's the case here with PlayStation VR2. Some of you remember when the original announcements for PlayStation VR2 was announced. I was super excited. I even changed the name of my channel to only on PlayStation VR2. And I have my PlayStation VR2. I bought it. I enjoyed it for what it was. But I also criticized it for the lack of exclusive, for the lack of innovation, for the lack of other cool features that we see, for example, on the Meta Facebook, Oculus Quest, and Steam VR, right? Uh, lack of capabilities for connecting it to a PC, and now you'll be able to do it, but you'll be able to do it with a stripped down version, right? So they want you to pay $60 for the adapter to connect it to a PC, and we don't know what that experience is going to be. Is it going to be a limited Steam VR experience, or is it going to be a whatever Sony allows you to play? So you're going to pay $700, because think about it, you got to pay $550 plus you got to pay the $60 for the adapter, plus the tax comes to like $670 or whatever, close to $700. So you have to pay $700 to play something on a PC with a limited PC experience, and they strip down the HDR and other features, the eye tracking that made the PlayStation VR2 great to begin with on the PlayStation VR2, on the PlayStation 5. So, I hate to be always right. And I was excited about PlayStation VR2, but I also criticized it for lack of these features that I just acknowledged. I also criticized them for not expanding with more games, not bringing those Steam VR games from the PC to PlayStation VR2, right? And here's the news. Again, this is, again, I know it's going to be tough for some of you. I know you guys are having a tough month. I know, Sony fans, you're having a really tough year. This is a tough year for PlayStation. There's no question about that. And my heart goes out to you guys. It really does. But don't blame me. Blame your company. Instead of blaming me when I was complaining about PlayStation VR2, you should have supported me and say, Mr. 4K is right. PlayStation VR2 need to do a better job. Right? And now you guys made your own bed, reap what you sow. Now you get what you get. Okay? So don't blame me. Blame yourselves for not doing anything about it, for not speaking out. This is my whole point that I was making in my previous videos with Black Ops 6. How come you guys never complain? And this is why you get what you get, because you guys are not complaining about your brand. So anyway, let's read this article. This article is by PlayStation Lifestyle, and it's story by Daniel D'Angelo. Okay. It says Sony reportedly scaling back investment in PlayStation VR2 games. Sony Interactive Entertainment launched the PlayStation VR2 last year, bringing virtual reality capabilities to PlayStation 5. However, platform has been struggling for some time, and it appears that Sony is losing faith. A recent report indicates that the publisher is scaling back support for the new PlayStation VR2 games. Is Sony giving up on PlayStation VR2? According to Android Central, their sources indicate that Sony was cutting funding for PlayStation VR2 games. There are reportedly only 2 first-party games in development for that platform, and there will be few opportunities for more going forward. Sony has yet to comment on the report, though it's concerning sign for the future of the PlayStation 5's VR system. This is by no means the first indication that the 550 550 peripheral might be in trouble. You think the 550 peripheral might be in trouble? News broke in March that Sony had paused production of the PlayStation VR2 due to the high numbers of unsold headsets. While many praised the system's features and technical performances, its high price was cited as the primary factor in its poor sales. Not just the high price, it's just the lack of games, lack of feature, lack of innovation. And you're saying to yourself, well, why did I pay $600 for this thing? The lack of games also isn't a new problem for PlayStation VR2. Sony has only released a handful of first-party games for the platform, and none in 2024. The publisher also shut down 2 of its VR studios, Shuddering Blood and Truth Developer London Studios, and Firewall developer First Contact Entertainment. So who's closing down the studios? So you guys are going to complain about the Xbox closing down the studios, but you're not going to talk about your beloved iconic PlayStation brand shutting down the studios. Can't you see the irony here? Can't you see the hypocrisy here on the Sony fanboys side? Yeah, let's talk about the Xbox, but let's just turn the blind eye on everything else that Sony has been doing. Right? Let's just do that. Let's just turn the blind eye on everything else that Sony has been doing. Let's just focus on the Xbox. So, this is not looking good. So what does this mean? This means, that's it. What I was afraid of. That's what this means. People ask me, am I going to try the whole PlayStation VR2, PlayStation adapter? I don't know. If I have some money around, maybe I will. I don't know. If I have some money around, maybe I will check it out just to see what it's like. Since I already have it, I think it would be a good content for the videos. You know, it's something people might be interested in, you know. So most likely I will, but you know, I have to look at my financial situation. I got to see if I can afford it. And also if I can find the adapter. That's another thing. Without the adapter, you can do nothing. You can just play on the PlayStation VR 2, PlayStation 5. Okay. Meaning you can only play the PlayStation VR 2 on the PlayStation 5. And you need PlayStation 5 to use PlayStation VR 2. That's another thing. You can't use the PlayStation VR 2 without the PlayStation 5. You need PlayStation 5 to use PlayStation VR 2. On top of the high price that you got to pay. So, look, this is what I was saying. When you compare 2017 PlayStation VR 2. Was it 2017? Or is it 2016? I think it was 2016. When you compare PlayStation VR Original, 2016 PlayStation VR Original, and when you look and see what Sony was able to achieve with PlayStation VR Original and PlayStation 4 Pro, and the success that they had with the original PlayStation VR with PlayStation 4 Pro, and then you look at it, what happened in 2020. So, does this maybe have something to do with the CEOs? I think it does. Jack Trent, when he was the CEO of Sony, of PlayStation, things were much smoother, man. Things were more organized, and there was a roadmap. Like with Jack Trent, the CEO back then, you knew exactly where PlayStation 4 is going with the PlayStation 4 Pro, and where the PlayStation VR Original was going, right? Back then, there was a certain roadmap that was laid out, and I think it has to do with the CEOs. Man, it's your company. It's only as good as your boss and the vision that your boss has for that company. Clearly, something changed. I always told people I'm not a fan of Jim Ryan, and I've been telling everybody I don't think this guy really cares about the games. He's just a businessman. He's just a suit, a yes man. He just cares about ones and zeros. And I was right about Jim Ryan. Again, I hate to be always right. It's not about me trying to sit here like some pretentious, egoistic prick, because I'm not. But I hate to be always right. I called it out. I called it out on the Stadia. I called it out on the Jim Ryan. I called it out on PlayStation VR2. I called it out on PlayStation 5. I called it out on a lot of different things. And it's not about me, like I said, trying to be always right. I hope I'm wrong. I love to be wrong. But unfortunately, my fears have come true. I was right. Once again. So what does this say? This says when you have blinded fanboys who are just blinded, and they're blindly just like mind control, brainwashed by the corporate of their PlayStation Sony, and everything that PlayStation Sony does, they accept it. Everything that they dish out to you, you guys accept it. There's a name for that, but I don't want to say it here because I don't want to get demonetized. And you know what it is, right? So you get what you get, guys, because you don't complain to your corporate. Instead of complaining and letting the corporate know, hey, we're not happy with this, right? Where's the features that we were looking for in the PlayStation VR2? Why it's not backward compatible with the PlayStation VR original games? I mean, all of these things, you guys need to complain. And you guys never complain. That's the issue and the problem with this thing called fanboyism, PlayStation fanboys. And this applies to any fanboys out there. You have to question your brand. If you're going to fanboy your brand, you also need to question them. Hey, what are you guys doing? All right? Why are you releasing these PlayStation 5 games on the PC? Aren't we supposed to be exclusive only to PlayStation? Only on PlayStation? What happened to only on PlayStation? Right? But you guys are not doing that. And this is why you get what you get. This is why you're going to pay $60 for that adapter. And this is why you're paying for Concord. This is why you're paying for Helldivers 2. Guys, I'm only here to speak the facts. I don't care if you like me, don't like me. I could care less. Okay, I'm not here to make everyone happy. I'm just here to state the obvious facts that you guys have missed out on or possibly ignored. So this is not a shocking news. Nothing here. None of this is shocking to me. This might be shocking to you. No, it's not shocking to me. Because I saw this coming. I've seen this coming. Remember? Who was the one that was ringing the bell, sending the SOS messages for Stadia? Who was the one sending the SOS messages for PlayStation VR2? Yeah. Who was the one warning you about Jim Ryan and the $70 price tag? And now he skips the boat. Now he puts Herman Holst in charge. I hate to be always right. But unfortunately, I am right. All right, well, there you have it. Like I said, nothing shocking here. I'm not shocked by this. I'm not like, maybe it's shocking to you, but not shocking to me. Nothing shocking here. I mean, I saw this coming. It was just a matter of time. And, well, there you have it. So, should you buy a PlayStation VR2? No. Why? Why would you want to invest into this when there's a Meta Quest 3? Much better. More value. You can do so much with it. You don't have to be tethered to a computer. That's optional if you want to. It's portable. You turn it on. You can take it with you anywhere you go. Why not? Plus, you can play Batman, Arkham Shadows. Yeah, dude. Go with the MetaQuest 3. I mean, I highly recommend MetaQuest 3. I had so much fun, dude, with MetaQuest 3. I had so much fun hanging out at the Horizon World, man, as a John Wick Returns, and doing all those things I did in Horizon World VR chat, man. I had a blast. You know, yes, there's still some games coming on PlayStation VR2. We got the Alien game coming. We got another one called the Behemoth. We got the Ace of Spades or something. Ace of Spades. Or Ace of Thunder or something like that. Ace of Thunder. Yeah, not Ace of Spades. We're not playing poker here. It's Ace of Thunders. Ace of Thunder. So there's still some games on the PlayStation VR2. And then, of course, we got this PC connectivity. And how's that going to be? What that experience is going to be like. Is it going to be a limited PC VR experience, or is it going to be a full-blown PC VR experience? We don't know. We just don't know, because Sony is so quiet. They haven't shown us nothing. They haven't even showed us the PlayStation 5 Pro, so just keeping all these secrets. So we don't know nothing. We can only go by what we see and what we can see. And so far, what we have seen, not looking good. So I don't know, man. Again, remember, you can play Half-Life Alyx on MetaQuest 3. You can play the entire library of Steam VR games on, and even Windows mixed reality games on a MetaQuest on MetaQuest 3. So, why you want to buy this? And you don't need to have a PlayStation to use the MetaQuest 3. PC is optional if you want it. It's all optional if you want to play those Steam VR games. So I think you get far better deal. Way far better deal with MetaQuest 3. Not to mention, you can also play your Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass entire library on the MetaQuest 3. You can even go to Horizon World, pick and choose which world you want to go to, or even your world in a Horizon World, and you can play Xbox Game Pass games on MetaQuest 3. So, you get far better deal. So anyway, there you have it, guys. I'm sorry, I don't have any good news for you, Sony fanboys. I'm sorry. I wish that there was some. The only good news I had for you guys was, some PlayStation 2 games coming to PlayStation Plus, like Tomb Raider Legend and some other games, right? Police Simulator, it's available. So there's some decent good news, but nothing that's going to make you want to run out and purchase PlayStation Plus and purchase PlayStation 5. I'm sorry, guys. Don't blame me. Blame your brand. We'll see what they're going to do on the Gamescom. They're not going to be at the Gamescom. They're going to skip the Gamescom, but I want to see what their next state of play is going to be. I'm really now looking forward. Honestly, I'm kind of like can't wait. I really can't wait to see what Sony's going to do with their next state of play, whatever they call it. Maybe they're going to call it PlayStation, showcase. Or whatever, state of play, PlayStation showcase. Maybe it's going to be a couple of hours or something. Well, we'll see. We'll see what they're going to do in August. Or maybe before August, maybe next month. We'll see. But right now, the way things are, as of June 20th, 2024, right now, things are dicey. Things are very dicey. All right? And things can change, and I hope that Sony can prove me wrong. I hope that PlayStation can prove me wrong. But so far, things are not looking good. Okay? Especially for PlayStation VR2. But I would love to be proven wrong. I would love to be proven wrong. Because if I'm proven wrong, well then I can use my PlayStation VR2 and have great time with it and have great benefits with it. Okay? So, this is not about me being right. This is just about me giving you a logical, common sense trajectory of where Sony is at right now and where they're going right now. And where they're going right now doesn't seem to look good. But all of that can change. Hopefully. We'll see. I hope. And I hope and pray that it does change. Because I want to see Sony do well. I want to see PlayStation VR2 make a comeback. I want to see all those features like PlayStation VR1 original backward compatibility. How cool would it be if they tomorrow add an update where you can have backward compatibility with your original PlayStation VR games? How awesome. Dude, right there goes the value. Right there. Just with the one single update. With one single update, there goes the value. It blows my mind. Like, dude, do you guys need somebody to sit around boards of directors table to give you an advice, strategical advice? Because I could do that, man. Just hire me, Sony. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for a job. Just hire me, and I'll sit at the boards of directors, dude. I'll travel where I need to travel, and I'll give you guys the best possible strategical advice. What works and what doesn't work. I just can't believe how they're making these decisions, man. It just blows my mind. I just don't get it, you know. Anyway, so there you have it. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is, okay? Don't blame me. Blame the company. They're the ones making these decisions, not me, okay? I'm just a consumer and a gamer. All right, guys. Love you all. Be good. See you in the next one. Take care.